Welcome to this explainer. Take a second and just look at everything around you right now. The clothes you're wearing, the screen you're looking at, the chair you're sitting on. Have you ever actually wondered how it all got here? Well, today, we're unpacking the fascinating, massive world of manufacturing. The exact mechanics that take raw earth and transform it into the highly finished, everyday products we completely rely on.
Picture this. A young boy named Harish is visiting a vibrant Diwali market. He looks around and is just completely overwhelmed. He sees literal piles of shoes, endless racks of clothes, sparkling utensils, heaps of sugar, and countless traditional earthen lamps. Looking at this endless sea of goods, Harish wonders, how is it physically possible for so many items to be made in such massive quantities? It's a brilliant question, and it's exactly what we're going to answer today.
So to answer Harish's question, we're going to break this explainer down into 4 quick parts. First, the manufacturing engine. Second, why manufacturing matters. Third, classifying our industries. And finally, a close look at the textile value chain. All right, let's jump right into part 1, the manufacturing engine and defining the secondary sector. So what actually is manufacturing? At its core, it's the production of goods in large quantities, after processing raw materials into more valuable products. Sounds simple, right? But the transformation is profound. It means taking a raw primary material like wood and mechanically or chemically transforming it into paper. It's taking raw sugarcane and turning it into crystallized sugar, or extracting iron ore from the earth and forging it into high-strength steel. It's all about taking something basic and adding significant value to it. Now, economists call this entire process the secondary sector. Think of it as the ultimate bridge between raw nature and the finished goods sitting on store shelves. The people working in this sector are the ones making that physical transformation happen. And this includes everyone from workers in giant, intense steel factories or vast textile mills, all the way down to the bakers in your local neighborhood bakery. They all fall into this vital category of manufacturing.
Which brings us to our second point, why manufacturing matters. It is absolutely the backbone of development.
You see, industrial development isn't just about churning out goods. It's literally the engine of a nation's prosperity. It modernizes agriculture, and it provides critical jobs outside of traditional farming, which is an absolute must for eradicating poverty. Plus, by strategically placing industries in tribal or developing areas, a nation can actively reduce regional economic disparities. And of course, exporting all these manufactured goods expands global trade and brings in vital foreign exchange. Now, you might think farms and factories are completely separate worlds, but they're really not. They move hand in hand in a beautiful symbiosis. Agriculture feeds the factories by providing essential raw materials, things like cotton, jute, and sugarcane. In return, the manufacturing industry equips the farmers. It gives them irrigation pumps, fertilizers, pesticides, PVC pipes, and complex harvesting machines. By doing this, manufacturing massively boosts agricultural productivity.
Okay, moving on to part 3. Because this landscape is so absolutely massive, we need a way to organize it. Let's classify our industries.
First up, where are the raw materials actually coming from? On one side, we have agro-based industries. These rely on agricultural yields, things grown from the earth, like cotton, wool, jute, rubber, sugar, and tea. On the flip side, we have mineral-based industries. These rely on mined earth and minerals to produce heavy-duty goods, like iron and steel, cement, aluminum, and petrochemicals. Then, we look at their main role in the broader economy. Do they act as the invisible foundation? We call those basic, or key industries. They supply their products as raw materials for other factories to use. Copper smelting or iron production are great examples. I mean, you don't go buy raw copper bars at the grocery store, right? Alternatively, we have consumer industries. These produce the final goods meant for direct use by you and me. Items like sugar, toothpaste, paper, sewing machines, and electric fans. We can also categorize industries by their sheer size and capital investment. Just to give you an idea, to be officially considered a small-scale industry today, a business is capped at a maximum asset investment of exactly 1 crore rupees. Ownership models give us another really fascinating way to slice the data.
You've got the public sector, run by government agencies. Then the private sector, owned by individuals. There's the joint sector, where the state and individuals run things together. And finally, the highly unique cooperative sector. This is an incredible model where industries are owned and operated by the actual producers of the raw materials or the workers themselves. They pool their resources and share profits and losses directly. Think of the sugar industry in Maharashtra or the coir industry in Kerala.
And finally, we can classify them based on the pure physical bulk and weight of their materials. Heavy industries use massive, bulky raw materials and output heavy products. Iron and steel is the classic example. Light industries, on the other hand, use lighter raw materials to produce lighter end goods, like electrical wiring, watches, or knitting needles. All right, let's put this theory into practice with a real-world titan. Section 4. The textile value chain. The Indian textile industry is a real game changer because it's entirely self-reliant across the entire value chain. It captures every single step of value addition. It starts with raw fiber production, moves to spinning yarn, weaving fabric, dyeing, and finally manufacturing the garments. At every single stage, massive value is added, employing millions from farmers to tailors and building immense economic momentum.
Looking back, the modern roots of this industry run really deep. Mumbai saw its first successful cotton mill go up in 1854, followed closely by the first jute mill near Calcutta in 1855. But history also brought severe disruption. In 1947, the political partition of India sent a massive shockwave directly through that jute supply chain.
The geopolitical shift created a logistical nightmare. After the borders were drawn in 1947, the vast majority of the manufacturing mills remained in India, along the Hooghly River. But a staggering 75% of the highly fertile jute-producing land went to East Pakistan, which is now Bangladesh. Basically, in an instant, the vital link between the farm and the factory was severed, fundamentally altering the region's manufacturing landscape.
To wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with a thought. Why did Mahatma Gandhi lay such heavy emphasis on spinning yarn and weaving khadi by hand? Think about everything we just covered regarding value chains and employment. Manufacturing isn't just about economic data on a spreadsheet. For Gandhi, the way we make our goods was a tool for social identity, local empowerment, and strict national self-reliance. It leaves us with a powerful question to ponder today. How much does the way we manufacture our goods shape the very fabric of our society? Thanks for hanging out with me for this explainer.